1,300 miles of motorway in Britain, and spread out along them are 40 service areas. When you're tired and want a cup of tea or a meal, or simply need more petrol, you know you can pull into one and there'll be people ready to help you. We're going to look at the jobs of some of the people who work in motorway services. At 7 o'clock in the morning, before most people are even on the road, Dennis has come to work. Dennis is 21. He's the odd job and maintenance man at Gordeno service area on the M5. His first job of the day is to clean the forecourt and access roads. This is done by a special road sweeper. Dennis had 3 weeks training from his boss before he got a license which allowed him to drive it on the site. Cleaning the service area will take Dennis about 3 hours. He's tried several other jobs in the company, but he prefers this one because most of the time he's working without direct supervision. The company Dennis works for has service areas on the M1 as well. This one's at Scratchwood, just near London. Motorway services have many facilities, including shops, and this one's getting ready to open. Even at this hour of the morning, there are many customers who call in regularly to collect their newspapers, so the morning shift starts early here as well.
Morning, Judy. How are you, darling?
Judy is a sales girl. First thing, she has to help her boss sort out and display the magazines and newspapers.
I'm 19. I've been working here 3 years now. I haven't got any qualifications. I do the one basic shift, that's 7 till 3. The staff are great, they really are. You know, we have some good laughs together.
Next door to the shop, there's a cafe. Before breakfast is cooked, the frying areas must be cleaned. Steve, who does this, is 16.
I've only been here 2 months. When I first started here, it was part-time in the summer, and now I'm staying here full-time. First of all, I empty the oil from the fryer into a bucket below. Then I switch off a valve and fill the tank up with water.
The cleaning process is automatic, so Steve doesn't even have to get his hands wet.
I put the flames on to heat the water up and sprinkle soda crystals over it. While that's heating up, I take the metal plates from the wall and I put it into the soda water to clean it up. It gets rid of all the grease when the water and the soda crystals bubble.
Before the shop gets really busy, Judy usually does some stock taking.
When I check the china and glassware, I take the clipboard with exactly how many of china and glass we've got of each item. Then I see how many was sold, I write that down, and if we've sold none at all, we tick that clear. And if we've sold the whole lot, we don't write nothing in that space at all.
Judy has to be both careful and observant, because if she gets the numbers wrong, the company may order things they don't need, and some items are very expensive. By 8 o'clock, meals are already being served in the cafe. Steve has been trained how to cook and make up the breakfast burgers.
When you're preparing the breakfast, you've always got to have clean your utensils and make sure you don't break the yolk of the egg or get any eggshell in it. And also not to overcook the bacon.
Steve also has to make sure that the food is hygienically served and packed. Next door, the main restaurant is being got ready for the day. The trainee customer service manager, Alison, is 17.
Morning, Annette. Now look, you've got all this display here wrong.
The first thing you have to do is check that all the staff are here and they're all doing their jobs.
Is what they're getting. So the chicken's wrong, the cheese also wrong, the ham and the beef. Okay.
My job is to maintain the standards of front of house, and the front of house is what customer sees first.
What's happening about the vegetable display?
We've got this so far. We always have to have things that are fresh out, otherwise we get complaints.
Put that into it there and some more of this.
We have to make the displays look presentable. It brightens up everything and makes the place look nice if you have nice displays.
Over on the other side of the site, the company has a busy motel. By now, the overnight guests are beginning to check out, and Anne, a chambermaid, has started work. Her shift begins at 9, and she has 10 rooms to clean by 12 o'clock.
It takes me roughly between 20 and 25 minutes to clear a room. I just generally come in, strip the beds and make them and do everything that needs to be done. Some customers leave tips. We're allowed to keep the tips if we get them.
Anne works alone. Does she ever feel at all cut off?
Well, I do like contact with the customers most of the time because I'm working in the rooms, so I hardly ever see any of the customers. But besides that, there's other staff working with me, so I see them most of the time.
Back on the M5, the petrol pumps are being cleaned. Kelvin's 19. He's a cashier, but he also helps out on the forecourt. To get oil off the pumps, you need a very strong detergent, so the company issues protective gloves and clothing. This is Simon. He's training to be an assistant forecourt manager.
How you doing? Not so bad, but what do you want it done in weather like this for? There's a quiet, slack period, and it gives us a chance to get the pump done. If we finish this lot off, and then we'll go into fire appliances, check them out, because we've got a tanker that's due later on. Okay.
In spite of his responsibility, Simon is only 19. By 10 o'clock, Anne has already tidied several rooms. Her job looks a bit of a dead end. Does she have any chance of change or promotion?
Well, there's quite a few good chances of promotion working here. I mean, I could have the chance of promotion as working as a receptionist, otherwise becoming a training manageress.
It's 11 o'clock, and over on the M5 service area, someone's reported a faulty light bulb. Dennis has come to replace it. There are so many customers about, he hasn't liked to switch the power off. He'll get told off for that, because he might have got an electric shock. By mid-morning, the shop is getting busy. How does Judy feel about her work?
It's not mainly one job. I mean, it's not like I'm on the till all day.
Morning.
Lovely day today.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Lovely, thank you.
That's 12.
Paper and packet of mints, please.
Space 3, please. That's right.
I know tomorrow or any other day I won't be on the till. I'll be doing something different, like stacking up the sweets, putting out the glassware and china. I like that very much. I've helped out in other parts of the site, but I still prefer working in the shop.
Can you please extinguish your cigarette, sir? Thank you.
Basic safety precautions are notices all over forecourts which say switch off engine, no smoking before filling, and a lot more precautions have been taken in a service station because of the amount of petrol underground. And you've got to watch people emptying ashtrays into bins, make sure the bins don't catch light, you know. We have up to about 175,000 gallons of petrol and diesel under the ground at one time when the tanks are full. This went out. The whole service station would just be a massive charcoal bed, put it that way. There'd be nothing.
£3 please, sir.
At the restaurant, the lunchtime rush is well underway. Behind the scenes, hundreds of sandwiches are being prepared. Alison has checked that everything's under control, and she's coming to help out with the customers.
Okay, so you have your break now. Okay. I started as a catering assistant doing different sorts of jobs. Then I went behind the counter as counter supervisor, and then I was trainee customer services supervisor.
Your 30p, please. Thank you.
I've been there 2.5 years now. I think I got the job because of my attitude was right towards it.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
My ambition is to be general manager of my own unit.
The company's been showing newcomers a training film.
Right, Annette. Now you've seen that on film, I get to show you now. How to do it now.
The supervisor helping Annette shows her how to put into practice what she's seen on the film.
Right, lift your cups first. Right, make it neat and tidy. Doing sauces together.
The company does train the staff well. There's quite a lot to do. You've always got to have a clean uniform on, although it's not that easy doing the tables, keeping clean all the time.
Use your wet cloth first, right? Bring your crumbs right down.
We just have 2 uniforms and you have to take them home and clean them yourself. And you're expected to wear a clean one every day. You're not allowed to wear nail varnish, that's something they're very strict on.
What are Annette's chances of promotion?
The prospects of promotion are very good if you show that you can do every job well.
Annette's already made a good start. Up to 40,000 customers a day can use the service area, so there's bound to be damage. This time, some of the foot pedals in the toilets are broken. Clearing up after customers keeps Dennis very busy, but at least he never has time to get bored, and he likes the fact that he has to turn his hand to so many different things. It's 2 o'clock, and lunch burgers are being cooked in the cafe for customers who want a quick snack. What qualities do you need to work in a fast food area?
When I applied for the job, I was given 3 tests: an aptitude test, colour blindness test and a quickness test. You need the maths tests if you ever use a till. You need the colour blindness test so you can make sure you have the right colour wrappings for the items you use. You have the different colours so they go down the different chutes, and also so you don't get them mixed up.
Back at the kiosk, the morning's cash is being counted.
One of the parts that I have to do is cash money from the till is counted. It can be anything up from £100 to £400. It's checked by Simon and myself.
I mean, can you check that?
It's recorded, and at the end of the shift it's all totaled up. During the peak periods it could mean anything from maybe maybe £5,000.
The whole kiosk is my responsibility. It involves checking our cashiers, making sure they've got change. On each shift I have 2 people working for me, and I make the third up.
It's company policy that all the people who work in the kiosk must be over 18 when they're thought to be mature enough to handle so much money. If they don't have cars, the motorway staff find it hard to get to work. So the company lays on buses to get them in and take them home again. At 3 o'clock, the evening shift at Scratchwood is coming on duty. This is Tricia. She's a receptionist.
I clock in
And I go behind reception and I check that the float is its rightful amount and that everything tallies and balances.
She does this by checking the receipts against the money that's been taken on the last shift. Tricia hasn't got any qualifications, let alone in maths, so she has a calculator to help her. She subtracts the money taken from the total amount in the drawer. What's left over is her float for the evening shift, and she double-checks that to see that it's the correct amount. It's reliability rather than qualifications that counts in this job. Simon is supervising the petrol tanker delivery. He's read the delivery note and checked that it agrees with his order. Now he checks that the tanker is actually holding the amount of petrol stated on the note. To do this, he uses a dipstick. Down below, the driver connects his hose to the tanker. Simon tells the driver which storage tank to put the petrol in. He's already checked that the tank will safely hold the amount ordered. After this, Simon makes out a fire certificate, saying that the hose is properly connected and that the tank can safely contain the amount of petrol being delivered. This is a legal requirement. When the driver receives the certificate, he can discharge the petrol, but Simon must supervise and be alert for any danger.
Travellers, good afternoon. We work the switchboard, which is a plug board, a telex for confirmations and things. Confirmations by writing. We have little reservation cards and we just fill in the details, what time they're arriving, their names, how long they're staying for. Yes, and the name is Mrs. Bent, and for 3 nights.
It's already dark outside the motel, but the evening shift is still at work and will be there until 11 o'clock. You have to be over 18 to work this shift.
Hello. I have a reservation. Name's Holton.
When I'm working on the evening shift, the busiest time is between 5 and 7 o'clock. Then afterwards, it slows down a bit. It's just for the one night?
That's right, yes.
Okay, that's fine. And we normally get another busy time at about 9 o'clock for late arrivals coming in. You have to be very pleasant, be very helpful to the customer, make them feel welcome.
Is your restaurant open now?
No, I'm afraid it's not. We haven't got a restaurant anymore. We've only got Julie's Pantry.
Oh, yes. Even
if they're nasty to you, you have to keep your cool all the time. We get rewards out of the job through customers making comments, through management and writing off to head office saying what a pleasant stay they've had and how well-mannered the staff were and helpful they were. Your room number's 207. It's down the corridor just behind reception.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's now after 10 o'clock and the guests are going to sleep. But the motorway staff are still working. It's a 24-hour job, 365 days a year.
Hello, reception. Not that I know, none this morning. Okay, thank you. Bye. Traveller 317, it's ringing for you. When you book in. Okay then, thank you. Bye-bye.